The way things are set up, OBS or my computer or whatever doesn't seem to want to allow that.
In the beginning, me. I'm awake. I'm alive. I can feel it. Life flowing through me. Breath, thought. A few seconds ago, there was nothing, but now here I am. There's only one logical conclusion. I am God, and this is my universe. It's pretty cool. It's too dark and silent, formless and void, not fitting for God of my stature. Let there be light. Oh, and there was! Oh! Wow! Oh, I must be God! I can move, I can talk, I can walk. I hover to and fro above the infinite surface, plain as it is. This is amazing! My universe! A bit bland, but a bland universe is better than no universe. Still, I feel the need for progress. I need a direction. I need a destination. An end to my beginning, an omega to my alpha. But how can there be progress without a destination? Aha! A path! A narrow path that leads to a destination. Progress! Before me, I see a large wall. I press on and walk through the wall like a ghost. Nope, walls are solid, can't do that. Note to self, cannot walk through walls. I control the world with a wave
Yes,
of my figurative
skip
hand.
the a button dialogue.
I have no need for hands, apparently. I think I need some trimmings. Something to spruce the
Progress.
place up a bit. Make my universe heavenly. Something to reflect my wealth and godlike status. Grand. It needs colour. Gold. Lots of gold. To reflect my immense wealth. An abundance of goldness. Also to reflect my love of reflective metals. Whoa. Okay, that's it.
Right, this is a
That's
very
the right
good
kind of place
pace.
for a god to live.
So I will not do the
Button!
skip
Push the button. Escape the box. If
and
I
not
bend
lose the
my
run when I
knees,
can't do the skip.
the world moves downwards, away from me, the center of my own little universe.
We'll see how the
I wrote
time
world as if it were mine.
bears out on
It
this.
is. As an artist, I need to
Takes
define
so
my
long to
influences.
run around the corner,
What are
though.
my influences? Well, myself. I inspire myself. I am inspirational. I aspire to be myself. Matched. Perfectly. Now I can relax. Thinking time is over.
Yeah, I think the skip is worth, but
Lead
just
me,
barely.
Marv. Lead me to my
Because
destination.
that was a really good segment.
Onwards.
And it was
Passing
almost
gate
as
is
good
a
as
sign
an
of
okay
progress
segment
onward.
with the skip.
I must admit that I rather enjoy the progress. However, it seems I am met with a
Nope,
new
that's too
challenge
early.
at every turn. These challenges require knowledge. Slightly worrying. As a god, I consider myself all-knowing. Why is it I must stop and think? Knowledge is obscured from me. All these eyes watching makes me a bit uneasy. Not a fan of onlookers, to be honest. That which I can see exists. Ah, a bench. Brilliant. Something to rest my figurative head upon from all that
Come
adventurous walking. But I must be
Are
honest
you
with myself.
fucking kidding
As a
me?
god, I feel no real need to rest. Don't know why I made a bench. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe I should rest as an example to others. No, there are no others. Don't understand why I filled the place with pots, either. I don't have anything to store. Maybe I should make lemonade. I need to invent lemons first, a few other things too. Time to start a list of inventions. Lemons, a lemon press, sugar, the abstract concept of sweetness. A tongue. I definitely need a tongue, but I need a body first. Legs. I want legs. Then I can have footsteps to accompany my walking. I find myself awfully ethereal currently, even for a god. Aha! There it is. Hiding. But I'm afraid not even you could escape my powers of observation. Wow! So many books, years of reading. But why would God read books that he's written? Then again, books written by God would be the best books. Why would I read books that I haven't written? I should write my own book. A book set apart from the rest. I wouldn't know what to call it.
Damn it!
Autobiography, maybe. A brief history of life. Pneuma presents himself in Pneuma. Critics have called it the best book ever written. Winner of every writing prize for writing. The Hallway called it the best book since records began.
Are you kidding me?
Said it was
Come
a record-breaking
on.
record of historical records. Oh, I don't know what kind of book I would write if I didn't write autobiography, though. Maybe,
God damn it, that was terrible. 20 seconds terrible. Holy shit. Yeah, this has got to be faster than doing the skip. That's disappointing, because it's a cool skip.
Where did all this marble come from? Because it's just here. I guess as God, I made it. I can't remember ever making any of this, though. Marble requires great heat, pressure, and time.
Yeah, this run.
So how did I make it? Did I just pop it into existence? I guess I could do that. Or did I have it in another universe cooking for a couple of million years? Both are reasonable.
Let's try the skip.
Maybe both. Changing it up. I need to work on my memory. Look at this. The world
Reki does do
bends to
this
my
skip.
will. More evidence of my
It's
deity.
abundantly
Immense
clear.
power of my mind. Bow before my ample brow, for I can move things with just a glance.
Okay.
Fear my
It's
gaze,
abundantly clear that if
I
you can actually get it
look
first try, it saves a bunch of time.
What a polite door. Opening itself upon
I
my
told you I
approach.
could, in
Unlike
theory,
my
do that
cathedral
skip.
guard door,
At
I shall give
least
you
I
great
could
treasures
prove
for
it.
your compliance. This door, what a conniving door. You can see its proud look as it attempts to thwart me. Why can't you be more like that other door? That other door had respect. I have bested you, door. Are you not moved? Rotate about me, bridge. Bow to my rotational power. I wonder if this is normal. Moving things with your mind. It must be. I am normal. That cannot be contested. Normal is the norm, and as the only thing, I must be normal. This world seems counterintuitive. Not entirely sure what's going on. I seem to be playing a series of practical jokes on myself. Who constructs a world like this? A world that attempts to confound me at every turn. Why did I make such a world? Makes me feel smart, I guess. How gratuitously self-indulgent. I am mighty. I rather enjoy moving heavy marble.
The
with my
dialogue
mind.
is playing in a
Would be
weird
tough
order.
job to move this marble by hand, to be honest.
Right, narration, I guess I mean.
The world turns
Okay.
about my pivot. Is it that the world turns around me, or that I turn around the world? If it's just matrix multiplication, then the question is redundant, I'm sure. Cos theta minus sine theta cos theta. My conscious perspective makes it an
There's the
incontrovertible
exit.
fact that I am the center
Okay,
of the
this should be a substantial time save.
As a god, I can turn any situation to my advantage.
Oh yeah. Even if I mucked up the last part a little bit.
Every room of this world seems to be carefully crafted for me. A hidden hand woven through the fabric of the universe. A fingerprint everywhere. A different hidden hand guiding my footsteps. The
come on.
laws unfold. Their origins
There we
a
go.
mystery. But why a mystery? Gods should know all things. Gods are
Well, that's
creators.
17
I must
seconds
have
ahead of
created
pace
this world.
from being
If not,
20
why
seconds
would the
behind
world have the
pace.
appearance of
So
craft?
it really
Perhaps as I
saved
speak,
quite a bit
subconscious
more.
part of me is busy making the next room. It is my world, after all. I must be working hard right now to build the next room, or perhaps my mind creates this appearance of order out of the noise. This world is clearly the product of a mind. It is full of inorganic patterns and purposeful architecture. Could a series of complex interactions create an agent possible of making purposeful change in an environment? If that were the case, then it would make a compelling argument for a world without craft. Still a world optimized for some function, mind you. Here's a question for me. If I was to study the corner of a board game, could I infer the rules of the
Damn
game?
it.
Perhaps if I use my godlike powers
Well, I
of
guess I
intuition,
don't actually need
how can you
to
understand a world from a vertical slice?
do that part.
Sometimes empirical knowledge is required, surely. Not everything can be inductive or deductive.
Oh, come on, get in the hole. That's what she said. Are you kidding me? Wow, that took forever and a day.
If the world is made for me, for what purpose? Is it a test? Is it to be enjoyed? Is it to bring acclaim to its creator? As a god, I feel like I should have a stronger grasp of this. What good is a challenge? Does the creator wish to teach, or perhaps just entertain? Some space to think, Or maybe just to do something productive.
That was an awful segment.
A state change on observation. Things in this world can change. Apparently between only 2 states though, on and off. Hopefully not indicative of my state of mind. Binary, between 2 extremes, 2 poles if you will. But why does the world change between a few states? Changes only seem to occur in small degrees. Why? Why is the world quantized? It confuses me that there's a limited amount of states in this world. I think that there would be an infinite amount. Why would there need to be a limit unless there was a constraint? And why would there be a constraint? I sure hope it's due to incomprehensible macro-level relationships rather than the overwhelming simplicity of a system. That is a nightmare which I could not face. The implication would be clear. A wooden boy given the breath of life. Continuous makes more sense than discrete, surely. All ideas are continuous, but the mechanics discrete. Nonsense. Clearly nonsense. The location of each item in the world.
That's a really short chapter.
Grand! So many doors! The path still appears to travel onwards behind a large gate, but there are forks in this path. An opportunity to travel, see the universe, go along any path I desire. All this travelling though, I would like a travelling companion. Someone to watch over me, help decide where to go, watch my back, keep me company. Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god.
Hopefully this will work.
Is in the mind,
Yes.
to be alone is to experience all of knowledge. All the substance of knowledge exists within mind. Therefore, to suppose another, whose mind was unknowable or transient, would suppose a world in which all knowing was an impossibility. So grand! So many doors! The path still appears to travel onwards behind a large gate, but there are forks in this path.
Why is it effed
An
up?
opportunity to travel, see the universe, go along any path I desire. All this travelling though, I would like a travelling companion. Someone to watch over me, help decide where to go, watch my back, keep me company. Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god. This world has rules, clearly. For one, I cannot walk through walls, which is disturbing. You'd think if I was a god, I could do what I wish.
That was pretty quick, though.
For the most part, I don't appear to be in control. Perhaps my subconscious is keeping the world in shape. Subconscious. A powerful part of mind, all along unobserved, subtle. I wonder what resides in this subconscious. Those thoughts that I'm not aware of. Not all of my decisions are wisely made under the full power of cognition. Some decisions are made outside of the conscious self. I seem to observe a lot of my actions with little or no control over them. I must still own these actions. How does compartmentalization square with consciousness? This subconscious, what's that doing? Keeping secret knowledge. Even as a god, the idea of trudging through my subconscious is somewhat nightmarish.
I think I
Some
went the
things
long way
must not
around for
know,
this one.
even for the all-knowing.
Fuck.
The sad thing about being a god is the crushing loneliness.
Is that close enough?
I don't really feel like
Come on.
This wall, for
There.
instance. And don't get me wrong, he's a smart-looking wall. I enjoy being around him, but he has little of interesting conversation. Very flat personality, like the bridge from earlier. Very anthropomorphized. I love giant machines. The bigger the machine, the better. This is my idea of heaven. There's something about a giant machine that screams godlike. Me and my machines, animated, as if alive, but really just acting inside a closed system. They give the impression they are full of life, but they are just wheels and cogs that turn in time. Ticking, clicking, and clacking contraptions.
That's a little skip I developed. To not run through the one little gazebo there, to just jump around it. Saves probably a second, if anything. But I like doing it.
Grand! So many doors! The path still appears to travel onwards behind a large gate, but there are forks in this path. An opportunity to travel, see the universe, go along any path I desire. All this travelling, though. I would like a travelling companion. Someone to watch over me, help decide where to go, watch my back, keep me company. Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god. What does a god
Is there a better
do,
word
though?
for it?
Quite clearly, I'm busy doing all this god stuff.
That might not be
Walking
good.
about, thinking about stuff,
That's fine.
solving problems, inventing problems to solve. Would she be my helper, or off doing her own thing? I'm a pretty big deal. If I had a goddess, I'd assume she'd want to be around me most of the time. But I feel like I'm too busy with all these challenges to possibly give her all of my attention. I mean, to be fair, it's likely to destroy her given my godlike intensity. Maybe I'd make her in my image. That would be amazing! 2 of me! Oh, we'd have so much in common. I'd quite like her to be lively. First, she'd have to be alive. Being alive... Grand! So many doors! The path still appears to travel onwards behind a large gate, but there are forks in this path. An opportunity to travel, see the universe, go along any path I desire.
I think section 4 is supposed to be the hardest one.
I would like a travelling companion, someone to watch over me, help decide
But the skip makes it
watch my back, keep me
completely
company.
trivial.
Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god.
You're supposed to move that
Why did I
maze
be
board at the
surprised?
beginning of the
If
area
I
to
thought
move
knowing,
the
then I should know all.
maze
Perhaps
pieces
there is a
to
movement
align with
knowledge is created.
this area over here, but you can just
Sometimes
jump
when I
up.
ask these questions, I wish there was a response. Wish there was someone out there listening to me, hearing these words. But how could they tell me even if they were listening? I've never heard their
These
voice.
stairs retract if
Her
you
voice
walk
came down from
toward
the sky
them
to talk to me.
and
I'd
looking at
probably
them.
think I was...
I keep splitting at the wrong place there. Wow, what a time save, but that's not where I split there. I split for 5-4 on this portal.
Grand! So many doors! The path still appears to travel onwards behind a large gate.
Words are interesting. I completely agree with you there.
What if it's all a joke? This whole world? A grand joke of which I am the punchline. What if someone stands, looking on, grinning atop their high horse? An elevated perspective makes it easy to look down. What if someone distant and unknowable were forcing me to stumble around my world? Forcing me to overcome a series of mental obstacles, all for what? To demonstrate something? To teach something? What? Maybe I'm not a god. Maybe I'm a jester. Have you heard the one about the character who thought he was the infinite? His story came to an end. Quite the dramatic irony. Do I make my movements, my steps?
Time to
Never
read
thought about
donations.
steps I've made. They just seem to occur. I'm thrown about this world. Do I control or rather merely witness my movement? If it is the case that I'm merely witnessing my motion, then is this my body? Or am I an observer? Patience is a virtue I possess. A god has infinite patience, a small proof of my deity. If I get frustrated with waiting, what does that mean? I'm not a god? Suppress. Just a momentary lapse of reason. Existential crisis. Everyone has one. Don't worry about it. Suppress. Light has curious properties. It drives out darkness, or perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps light is the absence of darkness. I should find out. How much light do you need to fill a bucket? 4? Perhaps my lack of control is rational. I have 2 observable natures as far as I can see, my body and my mind. My body moves around doing things. It can be pushed away by equal and opposite forces. It is constrained by the world. My mind creates thoughts that it speaks.
Yeah, hardest puzzle done. You know it. I'll tell you though, in my first playthrough, that one really did confound me. There's a puzzle kind of like that in Escape Plan, where you just It's not that you do nothing in the escape plan. You just walk right out the door you came in. And when I looked up the
What is right
solution for that
nature,
one, because
though?
I was
Unitary, bipartite, or
confounded by
tripartite, or
it, it
something other?
really
How
made
can
me
I
want
know?
to
I have
put my fist through the
Words
wall.
are the product of a mind. Therefore, it follows that I think. I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum. I move, so I have a body. Maybe a spirit, too. Something intangible. A connection with a world I cannot know. Recurring theme here, back with the difference. What is it with all these observations I keep
So
making?
bad at hitting those
Observations about this
buttons.
and that. Always got something interesting to say, apparently. Communication, that's what I keep trying to do. These aren't just thoughts, they're words. But who am I talking to? This audible collection of my thoughts, what is its purpose? Why do thoughts have words? Do words allow understanding of thoughts? Perhaps without words, thoughts would be unchained things. Not everything is up for grabs. Parts of the world bend to my will, or perhaps are just tethered to me. In a world where I am the only agent of change, do I approach the end of the world, or does the end approach me?
You need the blue flame to be on the far right of that globe. For that. And it's actually a straight shot back to the, did I say globe? I think I meant to say orb. The clear orb in the little tower here. Oh man, he stopped talking. This is bad. I don't think I made any, like, really bad mistakes. 4411. A glass ball, a thing. Yes. Works for me.
I don't think I'd take it well if I spent my life controlled by another, though I'm not fully in control, clearly. My body is constrained to this world. But I happily resign to this lack of control, it's just the darker side of that. How'd you get over that nagging feeling that someone is watching over you, controlling your steps? Unwelcome. Are these words even my words? I could be anything. Maybe I'm just words on a page, a script on a screen, an actor, a voice, a character, This is it. The end of the path. The destination. For how can there be progress without a destination? A few seconds ago there was nothing. But now, here I am, surrounded by trees, ready to hear them fall. The path serves to direct my steps.
Well, this chapter 2 split is going to be
That's an unwelcome
agony
thought.
to
I am
run
aware,
against.
But I don't feel in control. I feel a lack of control and a control
That chapter
beyond my
1
own.
split, though.
I don't
Lol.
want to roll away this stone. That nagging thought again. Why am I continuing? Despite my desire to the contrary. This is the progress I desired. The destination I set out for at the beginning. The knowledge I grasped for. The end of the road. There's no way back, and knowledge feels dangerous now. The stone is rolled away, and in here I can see shadows dance on the walls. Projections. All this time I felt a presence watching over me. I felt a control beyond my own. No, no!
I screwed up.
No! Get off me! Get off me!
I should be
I
through
can
the
feel
second
distant
boulder
presence, controlling
before
my
Pneuma
step.
takes control
You've
of
been
the
here since
camera there.
beginning, watching. Malevolent or benevolent, it makes no difference. You have no right. Get off! The door is closed. I can't go back. Well, did you pay your price for your slave? You deserve to control me. Is it your right? Is it? Go on, tell me, what was my price? You stand there in the distance. I can see it now. I cannot see your face, but I feel you like a rushing wind. You guide my steps. You order my steps. No. No. Look away. Why should we go through here? There's no
Because
reason.
it's a speed run.
We travel through every door you wish. Elucidate me. What about me, my desires? Let's just wait here, forever. I've never been alone. You move my world, manipulate me. For all this time, you have placed my every footstep. How can I trust you?
You really have to raise this
You've
one
been
super
watching over
high.
me secretly and silently since the beginning of time. That's pretty villainous. I want to go back. There's no other way but forward now, apart from infinite stillness. A leap of faith. There's
Pretty
no way
rough epilogue.
back. Why do you drive me forwards like an animal? Your insatiable appetite for closure? Don't touch that. You don't even know what it's for. It's a game.
Slightly late split there.
I'm not real.
I think that's still going to
You've
be a
been watching me
PB.
for all
No, you
this
can't be
time.
crushed by the stone.
Since the beginning of the
You
year.
can't actually die in this game.
But you didn't say anything. You sat silently. Apparently, you think it's
I think
okay
that's still a
to just
PB by a
let the
second or
person take
two.
yours. Why am I here then? I am